Gear up. You guys wait out here. I'll be right back. Remy strode up to her mansion doors, walking faster and faster with the prospect of getting her gear back. The palatial estate was still in ruins, and there was no door to knock on as she made her way up. A few flat boards had been erected in the interim, screening off the interior from the street as best they could. Good to see you, Mistress Remy. Mia bowed to Remy as she made her way to her room. I'm delighted to see your home safe. I'm not staying, Remy called. I might be back, but not for a little while yet. She lowered her voice as she pushed through the door. I still have a friend to save. She put on some proper clothes, collected her things, and tucked the switchblade she had taken into her belt. She nearly turned to leave when she noticed something sitting on her bed. She might not have seen it at all if it hadn't meowed. There was a box waiting for her. Plain cardboard with a dozen little holes. A note rested on top of it in Malik's dense handwriting. To my daughter. Congratulations on graduating. I wanted to get you something special, and remember you saying how much you missed your cat from Earth. I brought him home for you. Don't tell anyone. Love, Dad. She dropped the note, holding herself by the edge of the bed in disbelief. Remy couldn't even imagine how he could have brought her cat. Remy slipped the note away into a pocket and nudged the box. Gage? Something meowed again from inside, and the whole thing rustled around. She pushed the lid off the top of the box, and sure enough, her cat was waiting inside. Well, almost. Like her, Gage had apparently passed through the advancement. He was about the same size, though there was something different about his eyes. His ordinary gray tawny color had changed to more exaggerated stripes, with white fur almost like a skull around his face. Gage hopped out of the box. Sniffing Remy's outstretched palm, he licked one of her fingers, then meowed again in satisfaction. You remember me. When they reached Patrick's dragon arms, Patrick himself was nowhere in sight. Of course, they weren't particularly surprised. Remy probably couldn't have flown to Alinea in so little time, let alone walked. They were a little curious at who was running the place, though. Charlotte narrowed her eyes at them as they approached the counter. You guys gonna buy something? From you? Zeke raised an eyebrow. Patrick put you in charge? Until he gets back. She lowered her voice, muttering, I sure as hell better get a raise for this. She hopped down off the counter, gesturing at the various items on display. Anyway, he said you helped him out, so I guess I'm supposed to give you some kind of discount. Really? Sweet. Zeke's eyes widened, looking over at the most expensive items hanging on the wall. Charlotte waved a hand. Yeah, but you better keep that thing off the counter or I'll forget he mentioned it. Remy quickly picked Gage up and set him back down on the floor before they began shopping.